Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing part 2 for Union Arena, the Demon Slayer series and series manga, anime. I know it's a manga, but again, we're doing part 2. Hopefully you watched part 1. Nothing too crazy. I haven't checked TCE Player, to be quite honest. And honestly, I don't even know how accurate those are, considering the fact that if we are in a pre-release period, and I did check, and we are actually are in a pre-release period, which is fucking crazy. I don't think I ever gotten a box this early. Usually the earliest I've gotten, I think the earliest I got something was one time in Car 5 Vanguard. I got it Wednesday, and I was flipping out. Oh no, actually Vanguard one time, and then Pokemon one time. I got a Pokemon box, I think on Wednesday as well, the before, like 2 days before it came out. And dude, let me tell you, in Pokemon, that shit was crazy. The cards were selling so expensively. I remember, I think I sold Arcanine, the ultra rare Arcanine, mind you, for like $25, and by like the release day it was like $12. It was insane. I just couldn't believe it. But anyways, I want to capitalize on the hype, and pretty cool that we're in the pre-release period. So very excited about that. And honestly, hey, first time for Union Arena. I think first time for a Bandai game. I mean, shit. So very happy about that. Thank you, USPS, for being so efficient on that one. That's pretty crazy. But all right, hopefully we can get two. We're kind of just going for two hits, hopefully. Again, I did get one in my previous one, and I still don't know if it was great, but the rarity wasn't great. So I don't have the highest hopes. But you know what? We move through, and hopefully we can get some good stuff. All right, let's do this. But yeah, no, I did want to spend this video mostly talking about Union Arena, just the game, right, and how it's being received, how you guys are feeling about it, all that good stuff. Just because I feel like, I don't know, I have such like complicated feelings about it, but thankfully it is accessible, right? That's not an issue that like a lot of other games have had accessibility, where you just can't find it and you just absolutely cooked. You have to pay this. Hey, let's go. We actually got Zenitsu. Very, very nice. Do recognize him. Obviously the homeboy of the protagonist. So very happy with that. I'm pretty sure he's like the second in, like his best friend, right? Because they always have that, like the best friend. Pretty sure that's him. Like the Caesar from JoJo's. Very, very nice. But yeah, no, I'm definitely curious. And the only reason I'm so conflicted on Union Arena is just the release schedule and how it could reflect. Again, coming from my collector, it doesn't affect me anywhere near as bad, just because we're considering the fact that, hey, if I don't like a set, or if I'm not too familiar with a set, oh, come on, a dupe, but you know what, I'll take it. We're going back to back supers. That's kind of crazy. But if I don't like a set, if I don't like Code Geass, guess what? I can just skip it, right? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect me. If I'm not familiar with a set, I can just skip it. If I want to wait for my favorite set, I can just wait for Bleach, etc., right? However, where I'm interested in, and where I'm kind of cautious, and where I'm kind of concerned, is the player perspective. How does that translate to a player? If I'm Bandai and I want to sell you a product, and I know that this set isn't that popular, for example, if I'm looking at Code Geass versus Jujutsu Kaisen, Bleach, etc., wouldn't they have more incentive to do like those sets insanely busted, just because they're not as popular, so they want to sell them to the players? And that's kind of what I'm concerned of, like how is power creep being handled? And that's where obviously I'm kind of gonna ask you guys more of that. But that does raise some concerns, in my opinion, where power creep could be an issue, because if they want to incentivize someone to, oh nice, got a super author in this one, so I'll take it. Unfortunately, our previous one, I mean, shit, if you're watching, I did get a comment. So it could be good. Again, in the Jujutsu Kaisen, the comment, ironically enough, is still one of the most worth altered. So I'm not going to talk too early about it, or I'm not going to dismiss it too early. But I did get a comment. So if you're curious, go check it out. But yeah, no, I just feel like it's going to be really overwhelming for most people. And again, collectors should be fine. But again, players, if you do have to buy a set every single month, I just think that's kind of asking too much, and it's gonna lead to a lot of players being. Sorry about that. I had that storage full notification. If you know, you know. Fortunately, I don't even know. I have so many videos I haven't uploaded, but I'm doing my best to finally upload them. So hopefully we should be good. And I Dude, I was checking some of those old videos and I have some gems. I have an opening of Lord of the Rings collector booster box. That's a $700 box, mind you. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to start dropping some of them. And hey, I mean, instead of letting them just rot there, shit, might as well, right? And some Pokemon ones as well. With Pokemon being as hot as it is right now, I mean, shit. I might as well take advantage of it. We got that out. Whoa, what the hell is this? I was going to say, where's Tanjiro? Where is Tanjiro? We have all these characters, but no Tanjiro. Nice. Maybe they're a specific group, and I'm just not familiar with it. But you know what? That is most likely the case. But anyways, going back to our conversation of Union Arena, I'm just kind of concerned about that. And honestly, again, it could just be nothing. It could be a non-issue. Some of the sets could just be, like non-bangers. It is what it is. But just looking at it from a business perspective, I'm kind of concerned that whenever they have a non-strong IP, they're going to be incentivized to make it as strong as possible meta-wise, and the IPs that don't need it as much, they don't have a reason, I guess, as much, but if they want to increase sales even more, they can just, again, power creep it as much as possible. I know that's a issue with all games, realistically speaking. Eventually power creep gets to an insane point. Again, Yu-Gi-Oh being easily the number one. You have cards that are hundreds of dollars, and that's just power creep, right? They get power creep like in 6 months. But so I get that's the part of the game. Like, new sets are going to introduce power creep, but when it's every single month, I definitely am kind of concerned, right? Or at least when there's the possibility of it being every single month, right? So I am kind of concerned about that. Obviously, Bandai does have at least when it comes to games, fairly decent track record of, if something gets too out of hand, they'll either reprint it or they'll ban it. So it's not too bad. In Battle Spirit Saga, they took a while, but they banned the Netherworld depths. Obviously, in what's it called? In One Piece, they have the premium booster that they reprint a bunch of stuff. So it's not as bad, right? But when it's so constantly, I just feel like it's gonna push people away, and that's something I'm concerned about. And that's why I want to know your experience, right? With Union Arena, how it's been regarding players, how it's been regarding locals, how it's been regarding tournament play. If you do that, is there even that big of a competitive scene? Again, for a game so strongly emphasized on collectability and being more casual, I am kind of curious and kind of want to learn more about how that's developing. If there even is tournaments, if there even is people taking it that serious, right? Or if they're actually, if is Bandai even doing any official tournaments? I'm kind of curious about that. But let me know all that good stuff. Again, whenever there's a newish game, I am kind of curious, and it is kind of insane to think about. Union Arena has only been around for what, like 4 months, and I think we got another alt third. Hey, let's go. We got a 2-hit box. Let's fucking go. Definitely makes up for that first video. We only got unfortunately 1 hit, but you know what? I see it. Hey, nice. What the hell? Look at that, dude. This is so much better than the other ones. What the hell? Where have these people been? What the hell? Why did it take so long? Why did Bleach have to suffer through what the why did Bleach have to suffer to their shitty art, man? That's crazy. Now we have shit like this. Oh my goodness. Why couldn't the Bleach cards look like this? Oh man. So disappointing. But you know what? Pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. What is this? Another SRA. Very nice. And I do recognize this guy is insane. I'm pretty sure I saw his fight. And this dude was just continuously getting up. I'm pretty sure that's him, right? The one that who just could, like, absorb. I don't know if absorb, that's his ability or how it works. But he would just continuously, like, be beaten the fuck up and just get up. That was crazy. Man, I love that. But can't wait to. Hopefully, again, I don't know how far the game goes. Usually games don't cover the entire thing. That's kind of how the Storm series used to do it. How they would do it is they would fragment it, right? So for example, Storm 1, it was the Naruto the Kid series. And you have Storm 2, it was up to Pain. You have Storm 3, which was Storm 3 and 4 were the most outrageous one. Those two, the first two, you're like, okay, that kind of makes sense. You would think 3 covers the war. No, 3 covers halfway of the war, and then somehow they managed to make a game out of half the war for 4. It's just so bizarre, and you can tell they're including some weird like open battle sections just because they're like, bro, what the fuck do you want us to do? Like, we're literally basing an entire game. We based an entire game on hundreds of episodes, and now we're doing it on like 50, 80 episodes. I mean, they're trying their best. But something that I really liked about the Storm series was that they had so many characters, and that's something that so many games do. that I just feel like doesn't really make sense, right? Like you already have that character. Why delete it? Just add on top of it. That's something that I like when Smash does. Or that's something that I like I said, like the Naruto Storm series. That they didn't or very rarely removed characters straight up. They would just build on top of it, especially going from 3 and 4, right? They just essentially in 4, they just had every motherfucker was there. So that was something that I actually enjoyed. Again, given the criticism I have for the story of 3 and 4, just how how they had to handle it. Again, 3 is not as outrageous, but 4 is just it's just insane that they managed to do that. Honestly, it is what it is. I respect it, but what the hell? How is this just a super? What? It is just a super, right? Yeah, okay, it is just a super. Dude, for a second, I was looking at for like a star. I was gonna say, don't tell me this is one of those 2 stars. I don't think I'm gonna get that. I think those are. Oh yeah, I did look it up. The 2 stars are actually 1 per case. Stingy Bandai. You hit it again. But you know what? It makes sense, I guess. But yeah, no, I can't find out. And I managed to get one actually for both sets that I've opened. So I'm very happy for that. I managed to get, obviously, I think her name was Illumi for Hunter x Hunter. That's the one I got for that one. And I did manage to sell it right away. And then I have Sukuna, which I still have. But I'm actually, I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to sell that one because it's like $55 right now, which is not bad. But I'm not gonna lie, I definitely think that that one could go up. Just because Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm not knowledgeable enough at all about Hunter x Hunter and how big it is. So honestly, that one I kind of just immediately sold it. But Jujutsu Kaisen is such a big IP, and with this being such a hard card to pull, again, these are 1 per case, and you have like 10, so these are very hard to pull. So I genuinely think that this might go up. Again, this might be one of those those stunk plays where I keep it and suddenly I check next week and it's like $20 and I fucked up. But I don't know. I see the potential in it. Obviously, I'm not talking short term in case you're wondering. Hey, let's go finally, dude. What the fuck? How long? How do I still not have a Tanjiro card? Wait a second. What? I'm not even excited anymore. What the fuck? How do I still not have a Tanjiro? I mean, at least I have the other guy. What's his name? The blonde guy with the bowl cut. Zenitsu. Yeah. So I have Zenitsu and Kyojuro, but that's it. I don't have Tanjiro. How the fuck do I not have Tanjiro? Come on, give me Tanjiro. That's all I care about. Don't even give me a 2 star at this point. Give me Tanjiro. Because I don't think I can even get a... No, nice. That's actually pretty cool art. I'll give him that. But... Oh, if you can give me a Tanjiro, I'll forgive you. I don't even think I can get a 2 star anymore, though. Unfortunately, just because of... I already got 2 hits. And I actually think that 2 stars still count for the hits. So it's not like the manga rare in One Piece or like the God rare in Dragon Ball where it doesn't count towards a hit. I'm pretty sure this one does. Or I forgot in Dragon Ball Masters if it does. I only pulled one and it was so long ago. And in Fusion World, oh man, I pulled it so like a couple months ago, so I don't remember as well. I don't remember if it does. But in most games, usually those insane cards, those like super rare cards, enchanted, quarter century rares, those like super rare cards aren't gonna take a spot right in a box. They're usually just going to be an addition to a box because they're so hard to pull that essentially the company is just blessing you, right? They're saying, you know what, you probably spent hundreds of dollars not getting shit, so here's a little consolation price, so to make you feel better, and so you buy more of the next set. But no, I wouldn't talk about that. And hey, I appreciate it. And I do like that. Usually that's the case, right? Obviously, some games, I'm pretty sure, again, Union Arena is one of them that they do take into account as the hit rate. So I'm pretty sure I can get it on this one. But you know what? It was still a pretty good box. It was still a 2-hit box. We got, I'm pretty sure what is a waifu. So hopefully that should have a waifu text. Usually they do. Again, in Pokemon, the chicks sometimes go crazy. The Cynthia's, the Iono, you already know, right? So hopefully that's the case here. Fingers crossed. If not, RIP. But we did get our, again, the Zenitsu. We did get the other one. I was going to say, I forgot the name of this character. Hopefully you guys can see it. Sorry for the shitty light here. Let me see if that helps. Yeah, that kind of helps. Okay, yeah, that helps. We got Akasa. Very nice. Hey, there you go. You can see it a lot better. In case you wanted to see the 2 hits with the better lighting. Sorry. There. And then we can see, if you just want to go through all of them real quick. We couldn't see them with the lighting. So there's Zenitsu and there's Kyojuro. Again, with the fire sword. I knew he was a fire one. I mean, obviously you can't. There's one of those you can't tell. You can just look at him and tell he's a fire user. But anyway. No, wait. Oh. I got so excited for a second, bro. Don't do me like that. What the... Dude, I thought it was gonna be. It had to be 2-star if it was gonna be a hit. I was gonna say, dude, there is no way, but there is no way indeed, because I did not get a 2-star. That was my final pack, unfortunately. But again, pretty good box. Let's look real quick. Top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I literally have to do this one because the other two are dupes. And I still have no Tanjiros. RIP, boys. But you know what? It is what it is. It is okay. Let's do this. Number 1, Akaza. And it just has to be the demon. I'm pretty sure he's like a demon, right? Again, I did see his fight. My friend showed it to me, actually. He was like, oh, bro, you gotta check out this new Demon Slayer fight. And he sent me like a video. But here's the cool thing, right? If you want to have the character again in the background, that's why I didn't like the other one, that one that I said I did, this one, right? The regular art of this one. That's why I wasn't too big of a fan, because it was literally just her sprite again next to her. That's so lame. If you're going to do that, if you're going to have the character again, have them have different faces, different poses, like this, right? Like, it goes such a long way. And hey, yeah, that's cool. That actually looks like you put more effort into it, instead of just, oh yeah, here's the character and here's a little blue sprite of it next to him. Like, that's so lame, and in my opinion, so lazy, that not a fan. But again, more like this, less like Hunter x Hunter / Bleach. So we got Kyojuro number 2. I know if you're a waifu fan, you're probably screaming, you're probably typing, you shit, you don't know anything, you don't know ball, you have no ball knowledge, whatever it is. But again, I am more of a fan of these. And hey, first of all, I do recognize these two, and I have seen them, and I do love this character's design. Again, you can just tell he's a fire. Look at his hair. Look at this motherfucker. That's crazy. But I just love his design. So had to give it a shout out. And number 3, relax, in case you were confused. You were screaming, you were angry. Here is the number 2. And again, it follows that same rule. It has a different little portrait of her in a different scene. So that's much better than just reusing this, right? So very, very cool. Much better, in my opinion, all thirds. And again, just pretty nice to see that they just keep improving, right? So hopefully that's just something that they can constantly over time keep getting better and better at. Again, with friendly criticism. I don't want to hear nothing too crazy. But just hopefully, another thing is obviously the screenshot thing. Let me know how you feel about it. Again, I know it is kind of contentious, especially for collectors. It is kind of funny just to see the screenshots being reused. But for these higher rarity cards, at least they're unique, so it's not as bad. But let me know your opinion on that. Again, something that I talked about in my, I think, Hunter x Hunter video, but something that I'm kind of curious about, how, if your opinion has changed on it, right? If your stance on it was initially at first, I hate it. Have you changed on it, or have you still, whenever you open packs, you still have that face of, oh, come on, man. You could do so much better. I'm still 50-50. I'm getting used to it. Again, usually Weiss I don't really open a lot of, so I don't get to see a lot of that. So it is something that I kind of have to get used to, at least for Union Arena. But again, at least for me, that I haven't seen a lot of these shows like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, it's not as jarring, right? But I imagine, for example, the Bleach one, once I get to open it, it's going to be very confusing just to see all the screenshots just being reused. It's like, oh, that's kind of lame. But again, we'll talk about it. Let me know how you feel about it. We have Zenitsu and number 4. And then our number 5, we have to give a shout out to, first of all, this was my only non-unique one. So it's not even a shout out at this point. It's just an obligation. So we have to give Tengen at number 5. Unfortunately, no honorable mention, since again, they're dupes. So it is what it is. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. Hopefully I'll see you for, I don't know, if you're interested in a discussion of Union Arena, if you want to do a deeper discussion, let me know. I'm more than happy to. We can cover, again, how the game has been doing, the reception to it, how Bandai managed to seemingly not have any stock problems so far. So pretty happy about that. Hopefully I'll see you guys then. If you're interested in another Demon Slayer, I do actually have more on the way. So if you're interested, let me know. I can definitely do possibly a part 3. I usually don't do part 3s, so kind of 50-50 on it. Maybe once I start playing the game, I can do it, but we'll see. So hopefully I'll see you there. And hey, please like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned, and see you. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're doing a Surging Sparks open. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're not randomly doing a second video in the middle of a video. Sorry for the clickbait. I did just pick up this Surging Sparks box, though, and I have a Prismatic Evolution Pokemon Center on the way and the regular one. So I think Scarlet and Violet, I should have every single set now. These were my last ones. It is what it is. I took an L. I missed out on the pre-orders. I did have to spend a little bit. Thankfully, not that much as TCG player. I mean, TCG player right now is insane. So thankfully, I didn't have to pay that for either of them. But it is what it is, right? Thankfully, I'm good with it. Pokemon is probably, again, the one that I like collecting the most. And I've been going crazy with the Scarlet and Violet era and with the Sword and Shield era, right? Anything before that is kind of a pipe dream. Is way too expensive, in my opinion. So I just like collecting. I'm very happy to see my objective almost fulfilled. So very excited about that. But anyways, today we're actually doing a little recap. Again, I did mention I had one more box. I had 3 boxes. However, come find out. So I'm gonna get the 3rd box and I see the paper. They usually send you like the receipt, right? So I check that receipt and it actually says 5. And I'm confused because I only see the other box. But come find out behind it actually were the other 2 kind of tucked away. And hey, they all made it safely. So I'm not gonna complain about the shipping. I wasn't really about to dispute that shit or something. I was about to go crazy, but not necessary. I did get all my product. Very happy about that. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did open all of them. And I kind of wanted to showcase the hits. And not only that, I kind of also wanted to go through the history of Union Arena. As you heard me talk about a lot, I wasn't a big fan of the initial Union Arena sets, especially the art, right? I personally didn't like that a lot of the supers had just like the name of the character, the name of the series. And in my opinion, that's just something that it didn't really motivate me to collect it, right? And a lot of the alters were like that as well. It kind of sucked, right? Especially Bleach, which it's a meme at this point. I still haven't gotten it. If you've seen my videos, I order a case and I still don't have it. LOL. But point being, let's actually check it out. How about we actually go through this? And how about we go look at some Hunter x Hunter cards? Look at this. Like, this is more so what I mean that I'm just not a fan of. I just feel like this is so redundant. And when you have so many of them, just look at this. And then I also have a Hisoka one that is also like this. So a lot of the supers, obviously I don't have every single super here, but a lot of the supers were just like this. And a lot of the alters also translated to just kind of like this. And I'm just not a fan of that. Again, not all of them were like that. I'm definitely going to showcase some exceptions. But a good majority of them, I mean, just look at this right here. Look at this Bisky. Like, it's just the same pose, literally just right next to each other. The series name, which again, we're a fan. If you're a fan of the series, if you're collecting it, you probably know what it is, right? And in my opinion, I'm just not a big fan of this. I do like the foil of this one and everything, but I'm just not a big fan when they do that. Again, obviously, Hunter x Hunter did have some unique ones like this. This is something more so you would see nowadays, like in Jujutsu Kaisen or in what's it called, Demon Slayer, right? So this is much more so reminiscing of the modern ones. But again, we did have a lot of these. Right? These. So I was just not big fan of those. And again, Bleach just has as much. I'll put some. Again, I don't have the cards yet, so RIP me. But I'll just put up some on the screen so you can see them as well. Fairly similar, right? But again, they're the first set. It sucks that Bleach, my favorite series, was the first set, the experimental set. But it is what it is, right? It sucks, but I'll get through it. As long as it keeps getting better, I'm happy about that, right? So how about we check out Jujutsu Kaisen? How about we check out the next set after that one and check out how that one improved? So right here, you can see again, like the ones I mentioned, we see the style still similar to the Hisoka, right? But again, we start seeing a lot more unique ones. Check this out. Again, I am not a big fan of the whole sprite thing, but again, it's a much more improvement when you see these, right? Like these much more unique cards. Like they each have their own color in the background. They each have their own different foils and stuff, right? I think that's so much cooler than, oh, it's just, again, you can see the similar style ones. I just think this is so much cooler than that, right? When they have the name and the name of the character and the name of the series, and so many of them are like that. Again, I kind of wish that eventually they start doing these, and as we'll see in Demon Slayer, it seems that they did. So hopefully going forward, we'll check out the Demon Slayer ones right now, and hopefully this is the style that I hope they can carry on. So let's check out the Demon Slayer ones. Obviously, like I said, so far my current favorites, right? So check it out. And here it is. Okay. So again, you still have a similar theme. As you can see, as you'll see, you still have a similar theme, similar to the Jujutsu Kaisen ones. They had the character and then the sprite. Or the Hunter x Hunter ones. They had the name and the character, or the little background with all the scenes, right? With all the flashbacks. Similarly, this one has a different, has a similar theme where they has this like different and unique pattern. However, as you can see, this is so much cooler because it doesn't have, first of all, that second, literally just the same pose, just in another side. It doesn't repeat anything. It doesn't repeat the name. It doesn't repeat the name of the series. It doesn't repeat the character. It doesn't repeat anything. And what it does uniquely, it changes the pattern here. I don't know if you can see it. That one has butterflies. This one has like diamonds. And this one has like flowers in the pattern. I actually think that's so much cooler. And there's also subtle differences in the color. Pink, blue, purple. I just think this is so much better. If you're going to have a theme, you can stick with it like this, but just make it slightly different where you're not repeating stuff. So you're making it actually unique and still sticking to the theme, right? And that's not the only theme that they have in, what's it called, in Demon Slayer. They also introduced another theme, this like mosaic theme. And check it out. We'll check out Akasa and Daki for that. And as you can see, this is a much better example of what I'm talking about. If you want to still use the character in different scenes, in like different iconic scenes, that's still pretty cool, right? That's obviously one of their big moments or something. What you can do is you can use different scenes. I mean, wow, look at that. They actually use different scenes. So he actually looks a lot better. The card looks a lot better. It's not just the same character, the same pose. And look at the different mosaic. Again, you can tell slight differences. Again, you can still see a pattern, but there are so many differences in the mosaic itself that I like it. They makes it feel unique, and it actually makes it makes you want to collect the card, right? So I just think this is a much better example of sticking to a theme and how to do it. Obviously, we do have unique ones as well. We don't just have themed ones. We also have unique ones. Look at this Nezuko. Look at that foiling. Look at that flower foiling. That's so cool. So yeah, very happy about that. I just kind of wanted to highlight again once and just give a huge shout out to the Demon Slayer art. This by far has been my favorite for nice for Demon Slayer. Yeah, no shit. This by far has been my favorite for Union Arena. Even as a Bleach fan, it hurts to say that. It hurts to even consider saying that, but it's just the truth. This is much better, and this is really something I hope they can carry forward. And especially for Bleach, once they reach Bleach, because I think they do like volume 2 of sets. Once they reach Bleach, for the love of God, please improve the art. I can't stand looking at the set ones. However, how about we just go through my hits and what's it called, in the 5 boxes, and we can just close up the video. Just let you guys go. I did get 8 hits. So what does that mean? If we're talking about specifically just hits, right? What does that mean? That means if I open 5 boxes, that means in 2 of my boxes, I only got 1 hit. So that is just something, unfortunately, that is going to happen in Union Arena. It's just something that comes with it, just because, again, it is only 16 packs. So it is what it is, right? It is cool that you at least have the possibility. Oh, yeah, some supers that I didn't get on the video in case you wanted to see them. But Tanjiro and Nezuko, Akasa, and Giyu. But yeah, no. It's definitely... Oh, man, I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Yeah, well, there you go. Point being, oh, sorry, it's definitely a gamble. I was just thinking of something else. It's definitely a gamble, right? You're thinking about 1 hit versus 2 hits. And I think in a case, I think the breakdown is actually like half and half. So half are going to have 1 hit, half are going to have 2 hits. At least from what I know, I think that's kind of what it is. So if I'm wrong, obviously feel free to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So obviously, hey, it is what it is. You're buying a booster box, obviously hoping to get 2 hits, but it is a huge gamble, right? So just buy it with consideration. Just know that you're not guaranteed a second hit, right? It's actually it's not a great chance. Again, it is a 50-50, but just go with that knowledge, right? Just don't go expecting 2 hits, or don't go expecting it to be super common at least. And last thing I also wanted to mention was the improvement of common. So if you're gonna do a common altar, this is definitely the way to do it. I was not a fan of this one. Sukuna's finger. I mean, just look at it. The only difference is the foil in the background. I just think it's kind of lame. So hopefully if they're going to do common, this way I don't mind getting a common. Wow. And last thing, how about the huge hits? If you stayed with me all the way to this, how about this? I'm about to blow your damn mind. I don't think I ever showed this in Jujutsu Kaisen. I did get this off screen, but check this out. Action Point foil. Apparently you get 1 per case. The card is like $20, so don't get excited. But still pretty cool. Hey, I mean, I will take it though. And then the big boy. Nah, I'm just kidding. Check this out. Damn. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos, so it's not even that big of a spoiler. I don't know why I'm acting as if as if it's this massive, huge secret. It's not. But just wanted to showcase in case you haven't seen a 2-star, especially Jujutsu Kaisen. And again, I am not gonna lie, I am super disappointed. This is literally just the same art, the same pose. So I am a bit disappointed. I kind of thought they would go all out with the 2 stars. It seems that the regular all thirds are better. So I don't know how that makes any sense, but in my opinion, they're better. So it is what it is. I'm most likely going to hold on to this one to hopefully sell it later on, just because I think that it's kind of undervalued right now. It is a very popular character, a very popular IP, and very hard to get. So worst comes to worst, I eat pie in my face. It's like $50. It's not the end of the world. And now, how about I showcase you something even crazier? How about I showcase you my best hits? You know how I said I got 8 hits in my boxes for Demon Slayer? Well, if you counted, if you were counting, if you were astute and you were counting with me as I was going through them, you probably noticed something, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're probably thinking, what the hell, is this guy crazy? Has this guy finally lost it? I have not lost it, my friend. Indeed, I got Tanjiro Action Point Foil. Check this bad boy out. What the? This is so sick. I am not gonna lie, this is crazy. I am debating keeping it, but I don't think so. It's super expensive right now. And worst comes to worst, I think like the other one, they're going to eventually. This one I don't think is gonna stay too high in price, right? So I'm still not sure what to do with it. Let me know what you would do with it. Would you keep it? Would you sell it? What you would do with it? And yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. And then we also did get a 2-star. Holy dude, I could not believe it. 5 boxes and I got a 2-star and a foil. I could not. I shed you not. I was so mad. I was freaking out. I was telling my brother all about it. He was just looking at me like that face of what the fuck are you talking, like that pity face. Like I was going crazy. He was looking at me like a crack addict or something, bro. I was so excited and I was so pissed that the 2 boxes that I recorded again, I don't know what it is. I thought you guys used to be my good luck charm, but apparently not. And yeah, no, I ended up getting this one. I was super happy about it. I am, especially because I'm not a fan of the character, so I can sell this without remorse. Yes. And right now it's like, I think it's like $700. It's some crazy stuff like that. Again, it is pre-release, so I expect this to 100% go down. But I definitely wanted to showcase this and just give a huge shout out to it. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Literally a 2-star, right? And I will have to say, I am not a fan of it. That's the most shocking thing. Why? Because look at this. Like, this is such a scam. The only difference is the foil is golden, and then the name is like golden here. That is such a scam. I feel like the regular alters are so much better. But again, was super thrilled about it. Obviously, a 2-star hit is a 2-star hit. It's one of those things. Again, I got Illumine, Hunter x Hunter. I don't even know who that is. I still got excited. It's a good hit. I'm obviously still very thankful for it. And again, 5 boxes, right? So sorry if whoever bought the remainder of those boxes, because they sold out. Whoever bought the remainder of those boxes, sorry about that, my friend. You shaft me next time. How about that? I don't know what next set I'm gonna be buying. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'll see you if the next one is One Punch Man. I'll probably end up buying it. I mean, screw it. What the hell? So hopefully I'll see you around. If you're interested in Union Arena, if you want to watch that video for the how Union Arena has been doing the reception to Union Arena, how each set has been received, kinda, we can go through that. I'm very interested in that the discussion video. Let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you around.